watch what happens to the timing light when I rev it up.
Not sure if that showed up, but what happens is the timing light stops blinking at times, flashing, which means it's not firing to the number one cylinder at minimum when it revs. So what I'm going to do is go through, put the timing light on all four and do the same revving test, and if it has that same problem for all four, it's the coil. If not, maybe it's the lead there or something wrong with the distributor cap for cylinder number one. So I'm going to give that a shot and see if I can do some troubleshooting. Okay, it happened on 3 of the 4 cylinders. Number 4, it didn't. Not sure why. Maybe there's just enough to get to that. So first thing I'm going to do is I have a spare coil. I'm going to pop a new coil in because that's the easiest thing to do right now. If that is not it, then I'm going to be looking at maybe changing the condenser and going from there. Well, I broke down and decided that that distributor that I kind of cobbled together might be the source of some of my issues. The coil seemed to solve some of them, but there was still some hesitation on acceleration. That flat spot is still there. I have a 009. I'm not putting it in. So I have decided to purchase a flamethrower Pertronics distributor, and I'm feeling like this thing will hopefully wake the engine up a little bit. It's a pretty easy install, and my birthday's coming up, so we're just calling that a win. And happy birthday to me.
Alright, well.
Okay, so I'm still fighting the distributor. Every time it gets up to 2500 plus, it's not always firing, and I think it just, something's going wrong. So this is the 009. I'm pulling it. I don't think it's gonna serve me right. It's an industrial one. It's for wide open throttle, and acceleration is not what it's built for. This is the one that I made, which was an 034 merged onto a 009 chassis. Mechanical advance, vacuum advance. As much as I wanted this to work, I don't think it's going to. It doesn't seem to improve the situation much, if at all. So what I have now is this. So this is an 035, 113 905 205T, or also known as a 231 137 035. So this is 035. Vacuum only advance. I did a quick rebuild of it, new condenser, cleaned the points, took it all apart, put a new fiber washer in, just barely any slop in the shaft, just about a thousandth or two. It's looking good. So, and I know the vacuum advance works. So this, from what I've done in terms of research on the internet, this is what is designed to go with the 1600 engines from 68 to 71, 1500 1600 engines. This one is 1776, so there's a chance it might not have the exact right, but it is designed to go with dual port. It is good with the 34 pick carburetor, so I'm hoping this is going to get the job done. All totaled in the rebuild, I think I've got 40 or 50 bucks. I did not film it. This was get it done while watching football, just to get it done. All right, so I'm going to install it, and then I'll bring you guys back, and we'll turn this thing on and see how it goes. Success. It worked. Finally. So I've pulled some preliminary lines for the pinstriping. There, a little bit on the back. I'm now getting ready to pull some white down the nose. So I'm just using the blue tape as 1-inch spacers. So my hope is that I'm just going to pull some solid lines there, fat on top, go into a skinny point all the way down. I'll be coming back with some red to go around it in some different ways. So we'll see how it goes. So one-shot paint. It's a yeast container filled with paint thinner. Ideally I'm supposed to be using mineral spirits, but that is not an option in California. So I've done some back and forth. Got a pretty wet brush. I'll probably lose a little bit of that paint. And then I'm going to pull some lines, see how it goes. One. Two. Three. Little curve in that one. Gone. Don't like that one either. Got a little too fat at the top. Much better. Not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but I can. Forgot to hit record for that first line. I'll get you to the next one. Ah, that didn't go well. Spare hair I got in the spot that I wanted to be in. While that dries, do this line one more time. That'll do. Slight touch up. Back up there. I'm going to call that a winner, and we're going to call it a night. I have some more work I got to do in the morning. Some red down on the sides of that should work well. Pinstriping done. Little touches here and there. White lines on the wheels. Let's see. Both doors have that. Over the headlights. And then finally, this was the main effort. Going down the nose. It's not perfect, it's not fancy, it's what I'm capable of. Car needs a wash. But I'm pretty happy with it. I did not video very much, as you can tell. It was a pain. Lots of starts and restarts and wipe it off and do it over again and swear a little bit and on and on and on. So it just was not going to be an easily filmed process partway through. Every little bit I was just trying to get it done right. And then I was just trying to get it done. But I like it. Oh, little touch up there. So I may go back and do more. I have plenty of paint left, but for now it's time to clean up and go to the park with my kids. Okay, the last thing I did on the pinstriping was highlighting these three things. They came out alright, not perfect. Used a skinnier brush. Just wanted them to pop a little bit. For those of you that don't know, the reason this is red is because I was working in the garage on a project for my wife, and I dropped a large sheet of plywood into the fender and took a chunk out of the paint. And so I was like, well, what can I do to repair without having to replace or buy another $200 worth of paint, because I'd used up all the black.
And this was it. So I smoothed it down and then did some cover up with the red. If I don't like it in the long run, I am going to pop it off and respray, which will be fine. So that's that. No biggie. I like it. That pinstripe. Little hints there, up there, and so on. So for now, that's all I'm going to go with. I'll show you in a second what's coming up next. Hopefully I'm going to get to it this weekend if the rain lets up. Yes, lame unboxing. Okay, so this is from Lime Bug in the UK, and I'm pretty excited about this. Two-inch adjustable drop plates and new bushings. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I do want a little bit of lowered stance in the back. I don't like a whole lot of rake. I just want it all lower. And new bushings obviously will tighten the suspension up a little bit and tuck those tires in a little bit. So that's coming up in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I know these episodes don't come out very much anymore. I'm slowing down partly because it's a driver and I'm having fun. And it's kids sports season for the last 3 months, and for the next 2 where I basically coach a lot, and as a teacher I grade a lot. So it is what it is. I put them out when I can. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.